There's nothing like seeing a space that is organized like that. I absolutely love it. So we always say, use baskets. It's a simple way to, categorize all of your stuff and have things looking really good, especially if you're in an entranceway. But you're using them in some untraditional ways.
Well, yeah, let's just say I got super familiar with baskets when I was working on that storage, like the whole kind of basket thing, and I thought, well, there's got to be more than just sticking it on the shelf, right? What other ways can we use baskets? So I got 5 little projects on how to use baskets.
Okay.
And I put them around a kind of vignette about a front hall, but it doesn't have to be a front hall. So the first is to create a little planter basket, and I love this one. Everything here is from HomeSense, and
it's cute.
They're really doing a lot of kind of tribal weave, and I think it's just a great way to add kind of a trend element. But if you start off with a shallow basket and then something like a succulent, which doesn't need a lot of water and has a shallow root structure, is perfect in little baskets. So you just line the basket with some saran wrap. This is kind of another alternative that you could use.
Nice.
And then you could even put this in the kitchen, right, and plant it with some fresh herbs. As long as you've got some saran wrap in it, you're not wrecking the basket itself.
Yeah.
Just keep watering. And so I thought that was kind of like a fun way to use a basket.
Then you have a lovely little planter with some personality. Now the second way is to get it off the ground, put it up on the wall.
Right. So 2 ways that you could do that. One is to hang it on a shelf.
I love this idea.
Say you've got this, and this is in your front hall,
Yeah.
and you use it for your dog leash, and then say you don't have a dog anymore, or something less dramatic.
Oh, that was
I don't know why that just popped into my mind. Okay, it's not a sad moment. If you've got a basket with an open weave in the back, you can just kind of turn that into a shelf that way. And
that's
then
cool.
In the bathroom, that would be perfect to put kind of guest towels. You don't even need this bracket. You could just screw it right into the wall itself with some anchors.
Yeah.
Or you can put a basket this way, and then it's more useful for things like maybe magazines, newspapers. So again, that's hung on the shelf.
What I like about having the hooks, though, is that this is something we can do right now. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
go
yeah.
home and do that
No
right now if
tools.
you've got hooks. Yeah, no tools needed, so that's great.
Yeah, so that was an easy one.
So this is 1. This is 2. Number 3.
Number
why
3,
not
this is one a little bit
rack
surprising.
It up on a pulley, because that's easy.
Okay, you might need
was
a few tools, but
Virginie?
honestly, it was easy. I'm not going to lie to you this one.
Okay.
So a while ago, there was a restaurant that used to have breads that would come down on the basket. I don't know if you remember that. It was called the Select Bistro, and it was always such a fun moment.
Oh, I know that, Le Select. They never sent me my bread in a basket from the
bread would come down on the basket.
That's amazing.
So all you need for this one, I mean, I'm using a plant hook here, but you could just use an S hook from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then you can buy a pulley and a clip from the Home Depot. You're in for about $4.
Okay.
A piece of rope, and I can teach you how to do this fancy sailing knot.
Well, excuse me,
If we've got time
Virginie.
later, it's a bit of a thing. And then you can actually start to use some of the ceiling space, right? Instead of having everything on the floor.
No, I love this idea. Bring it down when you need it and pull it up. The kids will love it.
The kids would love this, right? Next
Absolutely.
in their bedroom.
Well, they'll jump in it, is what they'll do.
Well, speaking of jump in it, so my other project is how to turn just a regular basket into a super handy cart, right? And all I did for that was attach some wheels.
Smart.
And inside I put some pieces of wood as blockers. So I was quite proud of this. I was wheeling it around the house last night, and the first thing my son does is put my daughter in it and wheel her around. So yes, the kids
That's a ride right there.
Totally get involved in the basket.
So good for the laundry as well.
Good for laundry,
when you're going
good
from
for
room
quick
to room.
pickup. Totally. You just like cart it around, throw everything in. The guests are coming. You put it in the closet, and you're done.
Love that.
My secret.
And then finally, the easiest thing. I mean, you can go home and do this right now. But what a great way to dress up the plant.
Right? Yeah, like these little fig trees are very expensive. They're very trendy right now. This one is actually kind of a small, dorky little plant. The big ones are very expensive, and so by putting it in a tall basket with a can of paint underneath, we're able to give it a little bit more height and a little bit more kind of presence in a room. And I think also the look of having it in a woven basket as opposed to having it like in a ceramic pot is very on trend. So just make sure you put a plate at the bottom so that when you're watering it, you're not watering the floor as well.
You got it. All right. There's something a little bit warm about having that basket weave there with your plant.
Yeah.
Great ideas. I love that.
Thanks.